Hello everyone, Umbrella Rocks here, and we're doing a little project today. My PlayStation 4 controllers are no longer holding a charge, so I went and picked up some third-party batteries, and we're just going to switch them out. It's pretty easy to do. The only tool you need to do it is a screwdriver. A small Phillips head screwdriver to get in there, because some of these screws are pretty small. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove these 4 screws, and they come right out with the screwdriver, just like that. And you can even use your hand once you get them out. Now these screws are really small, so I suggest putting them somewhere you won't lose them. I actually have like a little paper envelope over here. I'm going to place them into it so that they don't go anywhere. Okay, here we go. That's one screw. Let's do the next one. And I actually would suggest picking up a small screwdriver because, or a small Phillips head screwdriver, because I tried to do this with a bigger one, just because that's all I had on hand. I didn't want to go to my toolbox and get this screwdriver out. And I started to strip the screw heads. I didn't strip them, but I started to. So I think that's a good reason to not, use the right tool for the right task. I know that's common sense, but like I said, I tried to just kind of work my way through it without using the right screwdriver. And like I said, I almost stripped a screw. Look at all that. I know you probably can't see it on the camera, but there's a lot of hand dirt in these screw impressions. Indention, impression, whatever you want to call it. Almost got it. Sorry, I'm like looking at my hands. I'm not. God, this screw is giving me trouble. There we go. Got it. And we'll just take it out the rest of the way. Clean off some of that gross hand dirt. Okay. So all the screws have been removed. We don't need our screwdriver anymore. We'll keep it on hand though. And now, all you're going to do is you're going to kind of twist the controller, and the bottom should pop out just like that. There we go. Now be careful though, because these triggers are kept into place with little pegs and springs. You don't want to break them, so you kind of want to like gently wiggle it out. There you go. See, so I pushed forward and it slid right out. So here we go. Let's turn it upside down. So now we have our connection cord and we have our battery. Now sometimes these batteries get stuck in there. Let's see, trigger's working good. Yeah, this spring is getting kind of worn out. I might need to replace it. And all you're gonna do is right here, this little white spot right there, that little white thing, I know you can't see because my hand's on the way, but I put my nails underneath it and I'm just pulling up and it pops right out. So there you go. And there's a little line here that you can line up with the hole right there. So you can't put this in backwards, it won't fit. This line has to go into that line indentation right there. So it's real easy not to put this in backwards. Okay, so this is a dead battery, launch battery. When did the PS4 come out? This battery's lasted since launch till now. Get rid of that shit. Okay, so here's our new battery. And we're going to line up the hole. And you might need to be a little rough with it because it's, like I said, I've never swapped them before, so the plastic's a little. Push it in now. Give me a second. Now let's push it in, and there you go. I had to use a little bit of force there, but it slid right in. Okay. Now we're going to put the battery like that. It doesn't really matter. This is the back, or the face, excuse me. That's the face, so I have it pointed up. And there's like these little holders you can place them into, but as long as they're there, it's fine. Okay, that's it. We've swapped the battery, and just to double check, let's press it. And let's see, the PlayStation 4 has recognized it. Okay, there we go. That's it. New battery installed already. Okay, let's hit the circle button, turn this off. Okay, there we go. So now all we're going to do is to put this back together. I'm going to flip it back up and gently slide the triggers into place. You're just going to get them in there, get it nice and seated, and then you're just going to press down gently. Like I said, there's just wooden plastic pegs keeping these triggers in place. Give me a second, the battery slid out. Now, one thing though is these third-party batteries, and almost all third-party batteries are smaller than the actual PlayStation 4 batteries. So you're might need to, it might slide around a little bit, but once you there we go, see it slid right together. Press it down. Okay. And that's it. And now we just put the screws back on. Now, one thing though is, like I said, almost all the third-party batteries I found, they're smaller than the launch batteries that that Sony uses. The only thing though is that they're not small enough that it like rattles around in there, but it doesn't sit firmly in the battery case. So you just be aware of that when you're putting your controller back together. You don't want your battery slide, which what happened to me. You don't want the battery sliding out. Now we're just gonna screw these back on. Almost done. See, it took less than 10 minutes, and I was even talking and fidgeting around a camera. If I did this like just straight off, like not trying to record this or anything and talking to y'all, it would be just a straight 5-minute thing. Probably less than that. Okay, there we go. 2 more screws and we're done. Yeah, you guys like my cardboard bench cover? Yeah, a lot of people buy those rubber mats, and I'm just kind of like, those things are kind of expensive. You're gonna pay like 30 to 40 bucks for a rubber mat to cover your like workstation. I was like, I just got a piece of cardboard, put it on top. It works great. You can paint on it, spray paint, cut. It'll protect your desk or wherever you're working. There we go. Make sure it, don't want to strip it, just make sure it's nice and snug. You don't want to over tighten it. And the last screw coming in at the 7-minute mark. Actually, I'm just place it in like that. I haven't done one of these tech videos in a while. The last one I did was where I was fixing my computer, and a lot of you guys requested that I actually record it, you know, because I was doing updates while I was fixing my computer. A lot of you guys asked if I could like do an actual video recording it, and here we are. Okay, and that's it. Brand new battery and our PlayStation 4 controller. That's it. All right, guys. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you're having a good night or day wherever you're at, and I'll see you at the next stream and or video. I upload every day, so make sure you hit that live. Well, yeah, if I'm live, hit the live button, but hit that like and subscribe button as well. And with that, my darling ducklings, it's time to say farewell to you. So I will see y'all later. Until then, have a good night or day wherever you're at. Bye-bye. Yes, bye-bye. Controller.